Hey, good morning. I see we got a couple people here in the ride. Thanks for joining. Unfortunately, this is on time, so if people miss it, they'll just have to follow along. All right, here we go. We're rolling our small little group. So trying a little different format today, where we're just riding together as a group on Swift. We're actually riding the flat route on, or route, whatever you want to however you say it, on Watopia. So today you'll be using your, you're going to be shifting, you're going to be using your gears. So make sure you take a peek up at the map and the grade. It's telling us the grade as it changes, but again, for the most part, it's flat. So you can see right now, like we can look peak, I'm literally doing like 1.1 watts per kilo. I'm going, if there was a range in my zone 1, that would be like mid zone 1. Very easy, low mid zone 1. So the goal of today's ride is just recovery. Yeah, all that work just for a recovery ride, right? All this. So all my riders on here, come on back. Roll on back here. Really take our time here this morning getting going. So just target on your watts. Look at your watts per kilo there. Just target like around 1.5 right now. There we go. Look at that. Nice and organized. Another few minutes, not worrying too much about the RPM, just hanging out around that 1 to 1.5 watts per kilogram. So your name there. So we've got a nice little group of like 5 of us. Awesome. So for those of you that are on right now and have done the workouts where we're doing the live workouts with where you receive the Zwift workout and where it's adjusting it to your threshold. What we can do is when we do the meetup, and you try to join usually about 5 minutes before, Zwift will create the meetup link on your Zwift. When you click on ride, it'll be there in the lower left. So you join the meetup, and then you quickly just go back, you exit real quick, and it puts you on the screen where it's like end or back. To the right, you have your options of, I believe it's like garage settings, and there's one for workouts. What you do is you click on workouts, quickly load the workout just like you used to on the recent videos and training we've done, and then you would go back, and it would put you back in our group here, and we would have you would have your workout. So we could do the workout as a group riding together. Alright, nice. So let's bring our RPM up a little, just mid-80s to low 90s. Again, just cruising. Hey, Robbie, chill out, man. Gareth, get under 2 watts per kilo, guys. Gotta learn to ride easy. Bring your cadence up. If you want to work a little right now, ride higher RPM, lower power. Is that you mind? I don't know, is it muted? Okay. Someone said there's a little echo today. Not sure. Yeah, let's bring our RPM up a little bit. We're on a little hill here. We'll wait a second. Okay, let's bring our cadence up in the 90s. Again, just hanging out around 1.5 watts per kilo or so. Did a nice, easy warm up. The other nice feature is if you wanted, everyone could just do different workouts. It would just keep us in a pack just for the camaraderie, there's a team aspect, but you could be doing your own workout. Everyone could run different workouts. Or even right now, if someone wanted to start some sort of interval. It's a great time to work on coordination of riding low output with high RPM. Good, so right now we're going to go 5 minutes here. I want you up over 95 RPM, keeping those watts down, 1.5 or so. Here we go. Keep the cadence up over 95. Your heart rate should be low right now. Zone 1. If your heart rate's not low, then go lower power, go gear easier, and just spin. Keep the cadence up. $95 to $100. You don't have to worry about trying to slow down, speed up to keep up. The program is set where it'll keep us all close together. And obviously the closer we are in our pacing, it'll put us together without riders between and stuff, but you can still ride a lot by feel here. Here we go, so 1%. I want to keep my heart rate down, so I'm just going to go a gear lighter and just keep spinning. Just hold back. I can spin faster, obviously, because my power is so low. But I'm focused on my cadence. As long as my power is low, I don't really care what the walks are there. That cadence up. So stay same gear, same cadence, just let the hill kind of come to us here. It's a little grade. It'll bump our watts up naturally. Putting us around mid-zone 2. Good, and then pull back again. Just keep spinning. Okay, let's take like 90 seconds, just nice and lazy. We'll do a couple RPM drills. Still keeping our power really low. Focus on recovery today. But we'll push out that RPM just a touch more. So another minute here, lazy, just cruise. Hope you have some water. So because we're starting so easy, it just takes longer to feel sort of in tune on your bike. It would be pretty normal to not feel as engaged on your bike because we're going easy. So work on where you are in your saddle, looking down at your feet, alignment of your feet, your legs, trying to find a nice symmetrical setup here. Relax. Okay, here we go. We're going to go 100 RPM, low power, still around that 1.5, but for 2 minutes, just going to drill the cadence. Here we go. 100 plus RPM. This is a real test of your coordination if you can pedal with high cadence and really low power. We're on a little grade, so you have to go really light on the gears. Keep that power in zone 1. Keep that power down, cadence up, even though we're on a slight incline. Go back up towards 100 RPM. Might need a little more gear. We're going downhill, but it'll flatten out here in a second. We're just sitting it out. Let those legs go. Okay, good. Just back off again with the cadence. Little break a second. Nice and easy. Alright, here we go again. 3 minutes, higher cadence. Bump that RPM up. Still for 100 plus, low power. Feels good, just to spin. Hope you're feeling good too. Good work, another minute here, high cadence. Okay, good. Back off. Get out of the saddle, stretch out a little bit. just cruise however you want, whatever cadence. Keep that power low, zone 1. Maybe stretch out the shoulder, pull the shoulder blades back, straighten out your arms, push back. Relax. Keep that core engaged. Again, that belly button up, slightly forward, just to get the feel of your pelvis on your saddle, where you connect to your saddle. Alright, let's go another 3 minutes, high cadence, here we go, 100 RPM, keep that zone 1. Make sure when you're pedaling with high RPM, you're not bouncing around, you're cooperating with the pedals, let the pedals just guide you, just let go. Forward and down, with those feet. Just a light lift with the glute hip flexor here to bring the femur up when you're done pushing. This is how we would do our recovery sessions. We would just go out, always pedaling, high cadence, just spinning, with very low output, very, very low perceived exertion. So we get some quality by just always pedaling, high RPM, and looking for the brake on our cardiovascular and muscular system. And training to be able to actually have your heart rate in the proper zone of being low. These lower zones are the base of all your intervals and upper level work. So you've got to be patient, you've got to spend a lot of time riding like this in endurance pace, zone 2. Don't let the hill bring your power up. Keep the power down. Shift. Okay, good. Take a little break from the cadence. Just roll over easy here. Again, great time to work on coordination of good technique while going really easy. You don't have to be focused on your intervals or whatever your watts are. So if you're not familiar with your watts per kilo, you can start to follow that a little bit. They have other rides sometimes that are based on that, but what you can do is you can calculate your zones as well by watts per kilo. Obviously just figure out your weight in kilos, divide pounds by 2.2, and then take your threshold watts, your threshold power that you're training off that you've created your zones, divide into that, that'll give you your watts per kilo at threshold, and then you can go back and figure out the zones off the percentages. Okay, so here we go. Let's go 5 minutes this time with the higher cadence, keeping the power low. Here we go. Good. High cadence, keep the power down. Good, another 3 minutes with this high cadence. Keep an eye on the grade. If it picks up, you may have to go another gear lighter. Remember, we don't have to all be the same watts per kilo. The program will keep us together. More important is that you're staying in your low, mid-zone 1 with the high RPM. We go a gear lighter since we're on some grade. Good job, Robbie. I know this is killing you, man. I hope that heart rate's low. Good, so go ahead and back off. So again, remember your watts per kilo, it's not equal. So if your threshold and your weight is, let's say, 3 watts per kilo, and mine is 2, then my zone 1 is going to be maybe a half to 1.5 watts per kilo. And your zone 1 might be 1 to 2.5. So you have to just still follow your zones more than that. It's a good reference if you're joining like a group or something, but if someone with a 5 watts per kilo threshold joins a group that's supposed to be 3 watts per kilo as like a race, well, what do you think is going to happen? Good, we're just kind of goofing off here, nothing really, just riding easy. This is like barely break sweat pace. I mean, I haven't even used my towel today. I broke a little sweat here. Feels good. Here, nice and easy up this little pitch. Then on this down, just find a little comfortable gear, just roll your legs over. Don't let your legs get away from you. It's great to practice just rolling, not having like a choppy pedal stroke where you hear your cranks slipping because you have such low power that you got to develop that coordination to pedal high RPM regardless of resistance. So just let your legs roll here on this little section of up and down. Again, just rolling the legs over. Just letting this little hilly portion. You can keep an eye on that grade. Repeat the drink. Alright, so let's go 5 minutes just by feel. You don't have to spin high. Just maybe bump the power like in your, we'll call it upper zone 1, lower zone 2. I'm just going to go by feel. I doubt I'll even get out of zone 1. So just a subtle attention to keeping a little pressure on the pedals, but still very comfortable. Here we go. We'll go 5 minutes like this. So all you're doing is just feeling the pedals a little bit based on the terrain. So it's flat right now. You don't have to spin, you can find a comfortable cadence. So what's likely to happen is you're going to start feeling pretty good. I hope. That's a good sign. But you just hold back. You don't do any efforts. Stay disciplined. Run a little gray here. Don't let your power run away from you. Very subtle. Just feeling the pedals a little bit. I'm really not going that much harder. I'm more just being lazy with my cadence. Just backing off maybe 20 watts higher or so than I was, 30. A little down here, just let your legs roll. Get out of the saddle a little bit. I still haven't gone out of zone 1 with my power. About 10, 20 watts below my upper end of my zone 1. Alright, good. Let's go back to the low power. 5 minutes, 100 plus RPM. Make it a game. See how low power you can ride and not let the cadence go over 100, because then it's easier when you let yourself rev it up. You got to control it with very low power for 5 minutes. There we go. See how low your power can get. And keep your cadence around 100. I see our HUD power likes a little competition. See if you can get below me. Under RPM, low power. Come on. Those cranks, your feet shouldn't be clocking around either. Nice and smooth. I'm doing 60 watts, 100 RPM. Come on, come back, join me. There we go, good job. Everybody's getting those watts per kilo way down. Keep the cadence up. You gotta really just let go of your legs to be coordinated like this. Oh, I don't have any more gears. Come on, only 2 more minutes of this torture. Back on the flat. Let's see how low you can get that power. 100 RPM. Now 110. Letting those feet go. Forward, down, and lift. Lift from your hip flexor, your glutes. That heart rate should still be low. Good job. Everyone's doing great here. Nice work. Okay, good. So here we go. Just back a couple gear, maybe add some gears. Alright, we spun our legs out, obviously. We'll just go the last few minutes here, just comfortable cadence. Finish up a great true recovery session. So the goal would be to try to ramp your heart rate, maybe get it down another 5-10 beats here before you stop. The way you can do that is just keep your power really low and just lower your RPM a little bit to help bring your heart rate down. So not spinning as much, but keeping the power really low. How come when you do it at intervals, 2 minutes recovery goes by in 30 seconds, but when you're riding easy, 2 minutes is it's like torture almost sometimes. I like riding easy. Good, so back way down, final 2 minutes, just barely pedaling. So these are great opportunities. Recovery rides also just a great opportunity to train that low heart rate, where you're just steady, low stress on the system. Lays that foundation for all that hard work. It also is the adaptation phase. You don't get stronger when you're training harder, you're breaking down. You get stronger during recovery. How your body adapts to that stress. Also, the more volume you do, or the more consistent you ride or work out, obviously a bigger chunk has to become lower zone, because you can't be training, you'll be overtraining with too much intensity. Alright, great job. That's an hour. Good work. Great recovery session. Thanks to those of you that joined us here on the meetup. Have a great day. Make it awesome.